Hello there, Pisces. Welcome to your mid-August 2017 tarot reading. I have a few messages I'm going to relay for you guys. So first of all, they mention here, don't let creative talents lie dormant, okay? So that basically means some of you have a penchant for drawing, writing, doing arts and crafts, even like performing arts, dancing, hula hooping is also something I'm seeing. And find a way for you to get back into these creative endeavors, finding a group, a community that practices the same things, because they're saying that there's going to be this need for you to cultivate these creative outlets, to find people who are like-minded. And once everybody else is on board doing the same thing, there's going to be this amazing sense of tranquility and peace and feeling like you are in alignment with the universe. And I feel like it's going to be a very, very good emotional outlet for many of you. For others of you, this is a creative venture that can actually allow you to make a lot of money, okay? So I feel like you're doing something physically with your body or with your hands. And I do see a lot of people here with some creative talents. And I do see watercolor. I do see as well people who shop for antiques. So like you have a really good eye for detail. If you, for example, go to a garage sale, you automatically, just intuitively, you will pick up something and then you will bring it home and you will pay like, $5 for it, for example. You bring it home, you do a little bit of research and you realize actually it's worth a lot more. So I feel like you have an intuitive eye for details and eye for things of value. And so whatever you pick up, you might want to, I guess, revert back to selling it because I feel like the price is a lot higher. This also applies to property as well. You have an innate eye for, value. So you pick a property. It's like prime real estate. The lot of land or the physical location that it's in, everybody now wants it. And so it's up to you to, whether or not to decide whether or not they're giving you the appropriate price that you're asking for, whether or not whatever offer is on the table is good enough for you to relinquish that land and to move somewhere else, okay? So I feel like a lot of things are happening for you and they're telling you to revisit something that you've done in the past, find a way to cultivate it. Don't let these talents lie dormant. And especially if you have like a creative, thing that you've done in the past, such as blogging, writing, journaling. I feel a lot of writers, I feel a lot of publishers, and I feel a lot of people that have written something in the past, wanting to get things published, but then it kind of like, got left on the back burner. You never looked at it again. This is a really good time for you to revisit these creative endeavors, okay? And I feel like you can make a hefty sum from them, all right? Women Piscean people, if you are, let's just say if you are dating men, okay, so Piscean people, if you are dating men, but I feel like more so for females because the female energy is coming through. I feel like here's just, I feel like some of you are physically caught between two male partners, and the word caught came out very, very strongly. So if you're doing something like a clandestine relationship that you're not supposed to, just be very careful. But the word, it's like you're caught between two people. And so I feel like one person is somebody that you're in a relationship with, but for some reason there is a lack of emotional chemistry. It's almost like you're living separate lives. You're doing your own thing. The partner seems to be doing his or her own thing. And there isn't that sense of emotional depth to the relationship. And then you have another person outside the relationship that you're just fascinated by because he or she has a lot of emotional depth. He or she is like, you feel almost like this is my soulmate. And you're trying to figure out like what to do. And so the word caught came up. So you want to be careful if it's stepping out of the relationship. And then for others of you, I feel like you're newly single. You had a relationship partner that left the picture. And now that you're newly single, rather than moving forward, branching out, dating new people, doing the meet and greet, allowing other people to set you up for dates, I feel like you're cycling through past relationships and possibly wanting to reach out to past relationship partner because I feel like a lot of it has to do with you unable to be alone, unable to, experience the transition in between relationships. And so you feel like you need to reach out because you don't want to deal with, like the lack of relationship. If that is what you're dealing with, I would urge you to be very, very careful, because we cannot fill emotional voids with other people. It wouldn't be fair to do that. It wouldn't be the right thing to do. And past relationships are in the past for a reason. They were in your life for a time, but they're no longer applicable to your growth process right now. So moving ahead, letting go of past relationships so that you can really get your life back on track, your love life, your romantic life, the way that you want, by branching out and experiencing new things. That is very crucial for you, okay? So I feel almost like, and I feel bad saying this, but it feels to me like you're using past relationships more like a security blanket or as a safety net until the real deal comes into the picture, which is not a really good way to do things, okay? So please be careful about that if you are experiencing that. And then for others, I feel like you're still financially linked up with another person, and there are gonna be they're saying like if you are financially linked up with another person. I feel a fire sign here in the picture. So this is a an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a a Leo. So this is their sun, moon, or rising. If you are financially linked up with them, they're saying that there's a little bit of mistrust, there's a little bit of communication that has gone awry in the past. There's this sense of them trying their hardest to move on with their lives. And so if you still have, feelings for this person, and you're making an offer to this person to come back, to revisit the relationship, they care about you. But I feel like the love is already gone. They're trying to move on. So it seems like they're also attached to another person. And so, let them move on. Let them find happiness. And you move on with your life as well. Okay? So we're doing this out of the spirit of growth, out of the spirit of, accessing higher wisdom, higher truth, and to really allow the other person to just move on with their life so that you both can be cleanly extracted from each other, so that you both can be a lot happier and be, just allowed to move on your way. And so if there are financial issues with this person, they mention a tightening of the purse strings. So they might not be as receptive when it comes to, being so generous with money. They might have, you and them might have discussions heavily centered around money, finances, sharing assets, joint bank accounts. They might want to liquidate their assets and just be on their way. So I feel like that's an element coming through. I also feel as well there's a lot of attraction in the work environment, okay? A lot of chemistry, a lot of attraction that you are feeling towards somebody in your work environment. And for those who are single, I feel like the attraction is really, really good, but you want to be very careful about rules and regulations about dating, coworkers. For some of you, it could be a supervisor. For others of you, it could be a boss. So just be very, very careful about that, okay? Because I feel like people will talk, okay? People love to gossip when they're at work. So, just be very careful about that. Guard what is yours. Guard whatever is private and whatever is precious to you. And especially be very careful not to blend your professional life with your romantic life. That's it's not a good career move. So you want to guard whatever is precious away from the public eye, away from public scrutiny, okay? I am feeling here a lot of you are in need of a major change when it comes to your housing environment, wanting to liquidate wanting to sell, wanting to release assets. And I feel like you're thinking about, where do I go? What's the next step for me? Where should I go? Where should I go so I can find like-minded people? Where can I go so I can find this sense of community? I do feel there is a huge, huge element about some of you not wanting to be alone. So if you've been kind of sequestered up in your house, in your, social circle, and you feel like you want to branch out a little bit, I feel like that's great. And then for others, I feel like it's like a series of relationship because you have trouble being on your own. And if you just get into relationships to fill in that void, I don't feel it's going to be helpful. And I don't feel it's the right thing to subject another person to that type of energy because it's not fair for them, okay? We need to be whole when we come into relationships. Otherwise, all of our relationships will falter because we don't have a strong foundation to bring into the relationship, and we might not even have enough to offer the other relationship partner. So aim to be a lot more independent, aim to be a lot more whole within your foundation, within your mind, within your emotions, so that things don't fluctuate. And when you're in that space where you're stable, that's when the right relationship partners will come in for you. All right. So I wish you the best here, Pisces. I apologize if the messages seem a little bit harsh, but I do want you to take some time and, really figure things out on your own for a little bit before, the next relationship comes in, okay? So take care of yourself. I'll be back for the September reading very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.